What's going on, people? Welcome back to episode 3 of For the People podcast. We are now live on Spotify. By the time you're watching this, we'll probably be live on Apple as well. The links to both of those are in the description box below. Make sure you follow us. Let's get cracking though. Yeah, you're all on time. Oh, sorry, what the bro? You're actually chugging a bottle of whiskey.
Right? No, that was just
a little... have to address this.
No, that was just a little warm-up.
Is everything alright though?
No, everything's calm. It's calm.
No,
lockdown affects everyone.
No, but that obviously that doesn't need to be in the video, obviously. But jokes aside,
cameras are rolling.
All right, cool.
This is the podcast.
How are we all doing?
No, we're all doing really well, but we're worried about you now.
No, that was a little. What's Anton got? I mean,
no, hold on. Maggie's all calm.
Maggie's are calm.
Half a bottle of whiskey. We're wondering what's going on.
I'm going to be completely open with you.
Please do.
I bought this for you lot, but they don't have cups here.
That's true.
Sorry, mate. They don't have cups.
Imagine I bought this for you lot.
I bought this to share. You think I'm going to drink that whole bottle?
Share.
No. In cups. You can pour in cups.
Did you say share?
No, you can pour in cups. You can pour in cups.
No,
you're allowed to pour in cups. You're allowed to pour in
It's
cups.
not sharing nothing, bro.
All right, cool. Anyway,
I'm doing dry Jan, so I'm good.
All right, how you finding that at the moment?
I'm alright, bro. I haven't thought about it until
I'm putting this away so no one gets the
I haven't
wrong
thought about
idea.
alcohol until I saw you, man. And I forgot that we was doing a podcast.
Isn't it only like the 9th of January?
Hold on a second.
Bro.
What's this? Dry January?
Dry Jan, innit?
Yeah.
I'm doing Veganuary and dry Jan. You know when you're engaged, these kind of things you have to partake.
New Year, New
You know them ones.
New Year, New
But yeah,
Ironic.
so the missus has got me doing
especially
all
when you've gone to Dubai and you've smashed it up. So
That's it.
you're going to have to do what the missus says.
No. Do you know what it is as well? Start of the year. I like to start the year fresh. Until my birthday comes on the 18th, I'm going to try to be as strict as I can.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So you've been back and forth from Dubai.
Yeah, bro.
And working regularly.
Work's going alright.
That's kept you sane. Have you?
Yeah, I've been alright, bro. Since I got back, to be fair, it's been good to get back. I was telling Anton that, or Trax, I was telling Trax that I had touched my computer since October, bro. And I got my home studio set up and I ain't touched it since October. So for me, it's been good to get back, focus, crack on, and just, you get me, get to work.
Can I ask a question?
Go on.
Obviously, when you're in the lab, do you feel that the juice, when it's flowing, the alcohol,
it helps?
Do you think it helps?
It does help. I've made certain songs like loose.
That's what I was thinking.
Red wine flying. I made certain songs and I listened back thinking, I was in a zone when I made that. But then certain songs I made sober and they're bangers and hits and people love them. So I don't know. But I just feel in myself, I get more creative when I drink. That's when I DJ, when I do anything.
Stay with me. Were you drunk?
No. I made that. I didn't start drinking until like after that.
Is that your biggest tune ever?
Not my biggest selling, but yeah, everyone knows that song.
What's the biggest selling?
Probably Tiny Dance was the biggest selling.
Okay, and that is how long ago now?
That was in 2009.
Big up
2009.
Elton. Big up Elton.
Featuring Elton John.
So Elton John and Chip.
Wow. Okay, so talk to us about how that came about. Firstly, is that just you sitting at home making a track, or
not that record? That's probably the only record that was strategically put to me from the record label. I never really got record label help at the start when I got signed. I was doing a lot of it in my bedroom. I had a home studio and I made Stay With Me that got signed, and then they clocked early on that he just does his thing in his bedroom and they let me do my thing. So after that, the A&R came to me after Stay With Me done well and said, listen, we got this sample from Elton John we really want you to use. And I was like, I was in my ignorant young days, so I was like, I don't really listen to Elton John, if I'm honest. I come from grime, bro. I listened to Dizzy Rascal and flipping Wiley, so I was ignorant, innit? So I had to do some research. Obviously, I knew who Elton John was, but I didn't know his music. But then they got the sample, got the producer to make the beat, and I thought it was hard, bro. I was like, this is sick. But it's not really for my audience, so we need to hit up someone from my scene who's coming up to jump on it.
And the first person you thought of was?
Chipmunk. Chipmunk was coming up. He had Who Are You out at the time, and Muhammad Ali. I was like, yeah, if we're going to make this work on a street level as well as on a commercial level, we need someone who's up and coming and cool. Hit up Chip. He came to the studio and we banged it out.
And that's your highest performing single, isn't it?
That's my highest charting single, biggest selling.
So how does life change once you've had that kind of reaction to that track? Yeah.
After that one, it was a different level because I was in a different world after that. It was more like a mainstream world. Like when your name's attached to someone like Elton John, like the white people start effing with you. You know what I'm saying? Like I was getting called to do these.
Everything's different.
Yeah, Jonathan Ross's and you know like that. Like the first hit, it was like, okay, who's this rapper? He's cool, he's young, he's black, whatever. But then the second hit was like, okay, he's worked with Elton John. Only Eminem and Tupac have done that, so it's a different world now.
Yeah.
So then, it was just life was different, bruv. Glastonbury, all them things started coming.
Even
up.
since then, has Elton John worked with rappers?
I think he worked with Young Thug, you know, which is another mad name.
Oh
to
yeah,
add
he
to
did.
it.
Yeah.
But he's quite open, like with who he works with. You know what I'm saying? Like if he likes the music and he f's with it, like he's gonna work with you.
If you don't know already, there is an email address in the description box below that you can send us anonymously your problems so that we can go over. We're going to call this section of the podcast Agony Uncles. So, my fellow uncles, we've got 3 emails.
CJ's on the whiskey, and CJ's on the whiskey, and I want it. Man tried to do a sneaky one still.
Was it still?
No, we caught you.
The magnum's getting to him.
We caught
Hugh,
you.
ask your question.
Are you not hot in the jacket? Or?
Yeah, take the jacket off, bro.
Listen, the jacket. I wear my
jacket's
jacket.
becoming
Don't
your
worry about
thing,
me,
mate,
man.
isn't it?
Yeah, safety.
You wear your sunglasses
Nah,
today.
no sunglasses.
Wow, I've just
Where's your
realised.
sunglasses?
I'm trying to-
Ever seen you
trying
wear
to-
Everyone's moving a bit mad. Where's tracksuit?
It's 2020.
Where's your tracksuit?
got my
No
tracksuit.
tracksuit, no sunglasses.
2021.
Bro, I nearly came in a 3-piece suit.
Can we
I'll wear
discuss
one.
that tracksuit?
Anyway.
Hey, next time let's.
Oh
all
yeah,
come in
yeah,
suits.
yeah. Yo, Hugh's right. Can we free that? Can we free the realness?
What do you?
What's that top you're wearing, bro?
No. I was the tracksuit bottoms. Are those your son's tracksuit bottoms?
No. Listen. Let's move on.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel awkward.
I feel all lockdown effects have a different.
What is
Hugh
this?
said, lads,
What
can
is
I get a
this?
flight out? Can I get a flight out today?
That was funny. That was funny. That was funny.
Oh my God.
Hey lads,
I just-
can I get a
Oh
flight
yeah,
out?
actually, Hugh, we can't let you
That's
get away
it
with that.
tonight. That's it
Can you
tonight.
elaborate? Can you elaborate on what you were doing
my
or what you were thinking?
stressed.
I was trying to find out for us at the end of the month.
Oh, shit,
But you
Trying
said
to find
tonight.
out.
Oh,
though.
he's such a.
Yeah,
Oh,
just to
God.
find out where
Good
we
save.
stand as of now.
It's so
okay.
thoughtful.
That was clever.
So thoughtful.
As I said, we've got an email address in the description box below. If you want to email us your problems anonymously, we will be going through them in this section of the podcast. We're going to
Amen.
call it Agony Uncles. Fellow uncles.
Thank you.
Take 2.
Thank you.
This is our first email, right? It's from... it's anonymous, so even though she's actually left her name there, I don't
Oh,
know.
it's a her, yeah. Okay.
My boyfriend's changed a lot in the last year, she says. I just realised how much when he got upset that I didn't get him a $500 Gucci belt for his 20th birthday.
What?
I'm thinking of
Wow.
leaving.
It's not funny, bro.
Why are you laughing?
No,
You're
I'm
actually
laughing.
all laughing. Okay,
I'm not laughing.
This is I'm
serious.
going to presume
No,
this
I'm
is
taking
very
this
serious.
No,
Yeah,
Hugh, I'm
yeah,
taking
yeah.
this very
And
seriously.
we've
I don't know
got a
about these, man.
responsibility,
Wait,
lads.
boyfriend's what? He's
Listen,
done
Let me
moving
finish
street.
it.
What?
Okay, let me
Yeah,
finish
go
it.
on. I've got this answer, by the way.
So he's changed a lot in the last year. He got very upset that I didn't get him a $500 Gucci belt for his 20th birthday, and she is now thinking of leaving and wants to know what
All
we
right,
would
I'll go
do.
first. I'll go first.
Right.
Right, Mrs. Anonymous, whoever you are, sack him off straight away.
Sack him off.
Yeah, sack him off.
Right.
Hey, this is quite a common
no,
problem.
this is
by the way.
important.
Yeah, this
What?
is
So-
actually a
It
common
is.
problem.
I've seen it a
'Cause-
lot.
He's angry that she didn't get him a present that he wanted.
Mm.
Is that just to
I mean,
get that? Is that the,
specifically, she said
£500 Gucci.
he
So
wanted a Gucci belt.
and
yeah.
he's like having he's like upset that she didn't get that present.
Yeah.
I mean, are we kids or something? I don't understand what's going on
Well,
here.
I mean, he is 20, so I would call
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
kid, really.
Okay, fine.
He's
That's-
a young man.
Listen,
He's a
I'm
young
not
man.
gonna.
It's a lot of money for
In
our
no
bills.
uncertain
It's a lot of
terms, we're going through a global pandemic, right?
true.
There's more important things in life, and there's health, there's family. Don't be crying over a belt. Like there's deeper things.
All right, but
Why-
maybe he
ironic,
likes.
I'm being real,
Maybe
like-
he's into.
No, I'm
belts
saying
or
I'm
something.
saying this to the boyfriend as well.
Mm.
Yeah, sweet yourself out. Look at yourself in the mirror because you've got a girl that loves you, and you're crying about a belt. Right? Come on.
I
It's
agree
not.
with you. It's silly.
No, for real though. This
I
is
agree with
no.
you,
I
it's
don't
silly,
understand
but
what's
you know
going on.
what?
It's
I agree with you, it's silly,
2021.
but on
This
the
is
flip
2021,
Yeah.
right?
I agree
Like,
with you, it's silly,
that's
but
it.
on the flip side of things, and you can agree with this, yeah. If she was going ham in the bedroom department, yeah, when you're getting the full for shum, karum,
Karum.
yeah. Some man wouldn't hesitate buying £1,000 gift, £2,000 gift.
They're
I know
cool.
some dons even on this podcast.
Yeah.
They'll dip to Selfridges for their missus.
That's cool.
Because their missus are putting in the full shift.
They're going
The
mad.
full shift that you're not hesitating. You mean?
Yeah.
I'll spend 10 racks.
Saying the
No, I
names.
don't know. I'll be.
And I know you can all agree with that.
Let me
I
tell you
don't
one thing.
agree with
I
the
don't know.
point that, you
yeah.
should be upset.
No.
But when your missus is, you know, really, and not just in the bedroom department, but if she's really putting a shift in.
This is a very interesting point.
Then you don't even think about money.
Trax, I disagree.
This girl's your world. You do anything.
Trax, I disagree. And Ironic, I know you got an answer, but I just want to like counter that point. When a man spends loads of money on a girl, I'd be worried. Girls, like for our female listeners, like more time. If a man is like from experience of from people I know in my circle, sadly, I'm not going to name names, not in my circle specifically, but friends of friends. Like I know people when they're spending loads of money, it's almost like it's like to cover up.
This Gucci belt may well not be the be all and end all of their relationship.
I don't agree with man, or dare I say maybe women, but man just splashing bare cash and being like, I love you, babe. There's a $2,000 present. That's not how it works.
But to play
usually
devil's advocate, if there is something
to
that
hide.
you really want and your partner knows that that's going to make you happy, surely
but
if they really do care about you, they'll do everything to make that happen.
We need context though. What if she can't afford it?
And also, does it depend how long they've been together?
No, I don't.
It?
I can't. It does.
That's a big point.
It does.
So there's no Gucci belts before a certain.
You got to put years.
You got to put work.
Years.
But lads,
I'm not even going sexy fish or that for years. Like, I'm not going to any posh restaurants. It's McDonald's and that.
Lads,
sexy fish. How much is sexy fish for a plate of food?
I've never been.
Lads, can we be fair here? Yeah, can we be real? Like, it's a fucking pandemic. Some people that are part of the 1 or 2%, right? The people that are making money still, despite I'm not going to disclose that information. But what I'm saying is the general majority cannot afford to get their partner a Gucci belt just because they really want one. I think that's pathetic. And actually, I think, you know what? Like, if you can't understand the current times we're in, like, what are we doing?
So you're saying leave?
Yeah, like if I was at that age in a situation, what was I doing when I was 20? I was barely able to fucking afford. Yeah, I don't know what I was barely able to afford to fucking. Do you know what I mean? I was. Listen. Let me be real. When I was 20 years old, I was like dodging train tickets and train fares. I couldn't afford a train ticket. Do you know what I mean? So how am I buying a Gucci belt when I can't even afford to get on the train?
But you see me. I've been with my missus a while now. You see anything she wants, I'll get it for her.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
that's what I was trying to say.
I'll get it.
Yeah, you have to.
Ironic. That's what I was trying to say.
But you're engaged. You have to. You're at that point.
But
Now,
I don't have to, and I've never been like that in my life. But I love this girl.
Yes.
She does everything for me.
Yeah.
She's helped me a lot.
But the key is, and I'm guessing here, she's not going to be someone who's like, I want this, I want this, I want this.
No. She's not like that.
It's like, but you know that now and again you can be like,
but
she won't. This might be expensive, but
I'm gonna get it.
And I'm not gonna be upset about it.
Okay, but would she turn around if you didn't get something she wanted?
No.
Would she be like,
she wouldn't be ungrateful?
You're a
like
dickhead.
No.
Like, what? Do you know what I mean? Like, she ain't gonna do.
She's never asked you for anything.
I mean, like girls do girl things, innit? So she might put out a hint or see something she likes and be like, "Oh, I like that." You know them ones, little red bottoms.
Yeah, the sly ones.
So I might remember that because that's what good men do. They remember them things. So I'll take it in, and then at the end of the year, I might do a little treat.
I think that's a key point because if you think about presents, right, it actually doesn't matter, I don't think, what the present costs. It's more about you perhaps remembering what that person is going to be made to feel special by, right?
Yes.
Now, if that's a Gucci belt, it's a Gucci belt.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to fork out. Otherwise, you're going to fall short of the expectations and we've got a little bit of an issue.
Yes.
Is that not the case here?
But don't forget, wait, so just to clarify, this is her getting it for him, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, raw, that's mad.
Because she didn't get him a Gucci belt.
Yeah.
Like,
He's not happy.
It's not a man's work.
Bro, that's mad.
It is bad, but you're right. Like, if the guy said to her earlier on in the year, like, "Oh, that Gucci belt, I really want that," and she was like, "Yeah."
I think we maybe I'm very old school in my opinion, but I like the fact that obviously with women, especially in this current age, don't be toxic. Do you know what I mean? There's no need for
it's
not
not
passive
aggressive.
aggressive.
It's not that, but I think
obviously
he's got obviously does need a little bit more context. Perhaps she could have sent a little bit of a more detailed email.
Yeah.
You can feel free to write essays.
Maybe we'll get a part 2 on the next episode.
Look, put it like this: some people will perhaps invest more into presents than others, and I see this at Christmas happening quite a lot.
Yeah.
Where
Bro.
one person has really forked out
Yeah.
and gone the extra mile, and the other person is giving out socks
Yeah.
and whatnot.
And
So
socks.
You got to be grateful though. You
that's
have
it.
to be,
That's
yeah.
it. It's not about
it's mad.
actually thinking
Yeah.
about the price of it. If
Yeah.
that's a problem for you, then I understand it, and context
Yeah.
maybe will clarify that.
Yeah, I
But
don't think it's the price of it. Because
No,
if
it's
it was
not.
like something little, like he wanted give me like I don't know, like a pair of jeans or something
Yeah.
from H&M, I don't think we would be in like you know what I mean. That wouldn't be an issue. I think it's just the
Yeah.
thing that he wanted. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, it's interesting because our second email is also based on some kind of financial issue in a relationship. Okay,
Lockdown's affecting people.
current
it is
times we're
affecting
in.
people, and I'm gonna say this. I
It's
think
real.
a lot of people are going to be falling apart right now.
No, it's facts.
It's
Um,
hard
watch
right
out!
now.
Watch out for the economy crashing after all this. You know,
Yeah.
when the pandemic's over, people aren't thinking that the economy is going to be screwed.
So
I
what
do a
you
lot of
saying? This is
reading.
just the
I'm
start.
I'm one of the most intelligent people you
No,
guys
but-
will ever meet,
but I
and I
think-
do a lot of reading. And there's going to be a massive recession,
But I don't think it's
maybe the biggest we've ever seen.
It
after
does.
this.
I don't think it takes a genius.
Yeah,
to
I don't
work
think
that
that's a
out, though,
secret,
bro.
man. You're already seeing
Well done,
shops shutting
appreciate
down
that
on a
insight.
regular basis.
Oh.
The high street is just
Yeah.
becoming a thing of the past, obviously, because there's no
Yeah.
real need for it right
Yeah.
now. And it's quite clear that 6 months down the line, if that's how long it's going to take, which it looks like
The
it
best
might.
analogy of the economy at the moment is, you know, the scene in Titanic where the boat's up like that, yeah, and there's people running to the top, holding at the top, yeah, as the boat's going down like that, yeah. Then there's some people who are just playing the violin still, saying, no, we're just gonna. And then there's some people who are just jumping.
Is that
onto-
musicians?
Huh?
Is
No,
that literally
that's
musicians?
They're like, we're
Yeah.
still doing music.
You got to
That's
retrain,
me.
bro.
That's me, bro.
I'm not
Oh,
retraining.
listen, I don't
I'm
wanna-
not retraining. And then you've
listen,
got the people
I
who
have to
are
retrain.
jumping onto the boat.
This is
Gone.
why.
We're
Listen,
gone.
this is why ironic. This is why ironic.
rich people.
Let me tell you why ironic is like one of the real ones, because he laughs at this, yeah. But really, deep down for me, it actually makes me quite sad. Like the whole retraining thing, yeah. It's
sad, bro.
it's all like banter and that,
Bro,
but it's actually a real
Do you know when it hit
serious
me? Bro,
issue.
It hit me today. One
Like,
of my
it's
friends
mad.
who I've grown up listening to DJ. He's a big DJ. I'm not gonna say his name, but he's massive. He put out a statement saying, "I'm quitting DJing. I'm going to get a normal job now.
Really?
I can't work
There's
anymore."
nothing wrong with a normal job.
People-
No, there's
There's
nothing wrong with
yeah.
it, but this I've known him to be this big DJ for the whole of my life, and music is his life, and he's just giving it
Is it
up.
Dane
He said, I'm
Bowers?
done.
Man said
No.
retrain.
So now this is the thing we got to do, bro. If there's any jobs, let me know.
No, it's for real, and that's
being there,
like,
serious.
but that's what I say. Like it is that real. Like what he's saying, even though I don't think it's that bigger secret that like there's gonna be dark times ahead. We'll overcome it, by the way, but there's gonna be dark times ahead.
Who will overcome it? Everyone.
Most of us will, but the whole point is, or some of us will, but the whole point is, like we're gonna have to adapt.
This is from a guy who is, again, left his name. Stop leaving your name, yeah? You're emailing us anonymously, okay? I'll end up reading one of them out. Anyway, he says, I've been saving for a house for 2 years, and I've only just found out that my girlfriend only has £1,500 to her name. Now, they're meant to be getting the house together, and they've agreed on this, and they've been talking about it for X amount of time. And the amount that they need is £18,000.
Jesus.
Now, it says here that he's saved 14,000, and they were just having a discussion as they are now ready to move forward.
15 and a half. Let me just say before you get into it, because you're a property done,
Yeah,
that communication is key in a
Yeah, that's
relationship.
important.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
gonna say.
that's do you know what? That's actually really sad because I can tell. She obviously, I don't know what the context was, but obviously she must be panicking. She's probably shitting herself.
She
to the point
is.
where- to the point where she's like, oh no, how do I tell him that I was supposed to save what he has, but I've got barely anything.
Well, that's what the email says.
That's
They've had the
awkward.
conversation,
That's a fucking
and that
awkward
it is
situation.
led to the fact that
Listen, yeah.
she's actually earned £14,000 as well.
Oh,
However,
She
she's
didn't
only
save it.
managed to save 1,500.
No, that is horrible. Look,
Communication.
What do you do in
man.
that situation?
I
Like you say,
say
communication
if-
is key, but it's
yeah.
obviously not.
who sent the email? The guy or the girl?
It's the guy.
Okay, so
Are
if
they
like
boyfriend,
right,
girlfriend.
Yeah, boyfriend
Yeah.
and girlfriend.
so I think we've got to be very honest about this. Like, it's potentially a lock off. Potentially is.
Oh, what's going on?
You're ducking out of every relationship. Do you know what I've realised?
Do you
Do you
not
know what I'm
think it's a
starting to realise?
Do you not think
Bro.
that's a lock off?
Twice. Lock off.
Listen, episode 1, he's quitting.
Do you not think that's a lock off?
Halfway
Do you not
through
think that's a lock
episode
off?
1, there's nearly quitting stage 2.
Wait. All right, I'm looking forward to hearing why you lot don't think that's a lock off.
Well,
But if
let's-
I'm expecting someone
They've been
who
together
I've
for
been
4
with
years.
for
Let's
4
say
years.
lock-
Wait, listen. Do the maths, yeah? No, do the maths. So I'm saying, yeah, that I've been with a partner for 4 years. We're meant to be buying a property, which is a big deal, by the way. That's like a big step in anyone's life, yeah? You're buying a property together, and then suddenly your partner turns around and says, oh, shit, I'm a little bit short. It's not like a little bit short. It's a fucking significant amount short, yeah? What has she done with that money? Okay, so if she can justify it, and there's something that's really gone wrong, all right, fine, we'll give her the spare. We'll give her the benefit of the doubt. But if it's like, I'm sorry, I went a bit wild shopping last year, and obviously I didn't really do the total. And
So relationship done.
To be fair,
I think you've got to question that relationship.
To be fair,
I think you've got to strongly question
Are
it.
you
If
serious?
it's just that I
Yeah,
couldn't
but it's just
calculate
money though as well,
to be
bro.
fair, guys,
No, but come on,
4
that's
years
like
down the
a
drain.
No,
To
but
be-
I
to
also
be
feel
fair,
like
guys, to be fair,
that's
guys, and I thought-
dishonesty
I
as
thought
well.
I'd give him
True.
time to answer it because the property done, but it
Dishonesty.
looks like I'll answer it. Yeah.
Okay, hit us.
When they buy the place, they can put in the solicitor can arrange that their property.
Yeah, we know
Yeah,
that
the
though.
deposit
Split up.
is
That's not-
split in terms of how much deposit they put in. So
I don't think
It's
that's the
not
point
that,
though.
though. That's the
That's not
issue,
the
is it?
point.
She didn't
bro.
bring the
Yes,
money to the
yeah,
table.
it's deeper than that.
If
the
you
thing
have
is-
an arrangement, or
Yeah,
you know,
come on,
if
bro.
you have some kind of deal, then
Yeah, but the thing is, we don't know the context again because she could have, 1,500's a good amount. She could have.
nah, you're taking them.
No, no,
1,500. What are
Yeah.
you talking about?
yeah, she's put.
That's
She's,
barely
she's
going to
not
cover
come
the
with
mortgage
zero.
for a month.
She's not come with zero.
That's true. That's
She's
true.
not come with zero. That shows she's tried, right?
Oh, you're
So
having
guess
a
what?
laugh. Nah,
He's
having a
bugging it.
laugh.
The Magnum's getting
No,
to
no,
his
no,
head.
I agree, I agree,
So
I
guess
agree.
what?
1,500 compared to 14,000.
Nah, I
No, so
agree.
guess what? Guess
It's
what?
something.
It's calm, right? She's bought that. So there's two scenarios, yeah. You either go ahead and buy it and you put way more in, which a lot of couples do, right?
Yeah.
That's really normal. Maybe not in your world, yeah. Or you go, well, guess what? It's calm. We'll wait till
No,
you get
you're-
your bit saved up. We'll wait a bit longer.
Yeah.
Then we'll buy it.
He obviously.
Next question.
No,
At least she brought something to the table. But the only thing is the dishonesty.
Thank you.
She should have
Thank
been
you.
honest from the
That's it.
start. I can only bring this much because I spent.
Obviously, like Trax is happy being lied to until the last minute. Like, everyone's different, isn't it? Like for
No, I'll
me,
just say calm. We'll
don't
wait
lie,
longer. It's
don't
calm.
lie.
Yeah, but she lied to you,
Communication is
so-
It's not-
everything.
I'm not
She
living on
lied.
deadlines. Like, yo, this
She
is the
lied.
deadline. Like, yeah, like. we'll
Well,
just wait
I'm
longer, then
different.
she
I
get it.
live on deadlines.
Okay,
I like
cool.
things being done certain times.
So
Anyway.
so you and your missus has to be
Yes,
50-50.
everything's schedule,
And
calendar.
if
you
you've
miss-
got if you've got a bit more, she's got a bit less.
If
than
you're
you.
late.
If say no, listen. Say
I think
she's
that's
got,
important.
Say she's got less deposit than you. You better lock her off, bro.
Time schedules
You
are
better
important.
lock her off. I'm gonna call you, bro.
Listen.
Yeah, she better have 50%.
You got to be on time
If
with
it's
things.
40%,
bro.
lock her off, bro.
Wait, Sanger,
'Cause
what
you
does?
said that? No, you said lock
Listen,
off.
listen. Arteta's a great.
That's the
coach,
first thing he
yeah.
said. He said lock off.
Arteta's
He
a
didn't even
great
think
coach.
about. He didn't say wait longer. He
Listen,
didn't say we'll try
listen.
and buy it. He said lock off.
Arteta's a great coach, yeah. If you're late for training, yeah, what happens?
CJ, bro.
It's a
I'm
lock
just
off.
making a drink.
It's a lock off. Right, next question. Go on.
Right, we are going to get to the next
Agony
question.
Uncles, yeah. That's
Here we go. Third email. At the time, I was a 19-year-old and he was a 24-year-old. We used to work together at this job. When we hit it off with each other, I can't lie, we had a vibe. It took me about a month to finally invite him over to my place and about a month to finally seal the deal.
true.
Now I'm going to throw this out there before I go into depth about what's happened. He's from New York and I'm from Florida. Long story short, we decided to get sexual, and as soon as he saw my feet, he started to want to kiss and suck on them. I can't lie, I have beautiful feet, but it just wasn't for me.
Right,
I'm not the type of person that likes my feet messed with, so that was a major turn-off for me. Our relationships lasted about 10 months after the only thing I felt interfered with our relationship was the feet situation.
Right.
How do I approach him about this without making him feel uncomfortable?
How old is he? Said?
Wow.
He
24.
is 24, she's 19. He wants,
That's another one for you.
he want, oh, is it?
Well, not the 8. Well, hang on, 19. I don't do. Yeah, I don't do younger. I don't
That's
do
a-
younger.
Wait.
No, not youngers, no, the feet things. The feet things, CJ.
That's what
No.
I don't do younger.
Sorry, can we just clarify what just happened there?
Yeah, exactly. Let's be clear about stuff.
No,
The age is for
thing,
the age thing is for you.
No, no,
Yeah.
No, the feet
Anyway,
thing,
we'll
the
keep
feet
it
thing.
moving. So I'll
That's
go
his-
first.
that's his
I'll go
market
first.
again, that's his
So obviously,
Right.
no, feet, obviously, women with good feet. That's a like obviously it's good. It's not
Well,
like
it's
it's
one of your
not
specialist
it's not a
subjects.
it's not a prerequisite.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Masterminded
we're
with
not
feet.
talking
Oh.
about
Yeah,
we're
masterminded, say feet.
not gonna be that guy that's obsessed about the feet. That's weird. Yeah.
Right.
So like it sounds like obviously he's got a certain fetish,
Yeah.
which
Do you have?
To be honest,
Fetish is common.
it's a common thing. It's a common thing.
Is it?
So
Every man in this room has a fetish.
No, but a foot fetish is that common?
No,
Fetish
a
is
foot.
not- I don't know.
So what is your? Let's go around. Let's go around the table. What is
You
your
involved the
number one
conversation.
fetish?
I'm trying to think because I don't think I'm not really kinky like that.
That's a really.
No, you
I'm
just.
quite
Sorry,
old school,
hold on
you
a
know.
second.
I'm
That's
quite
not the
old school,
bollocks.
you know.
You literally just said
I
every
can't-
man here has a
listen,
fetish.
But I got.
Listen,
I
listen,
know
listen.
man
See,
have
yours is just
fetishes.
I'm a free to roll this. Yeah.
Go on.
I
Legs and feet. Legs
no
and
no
legs.
no no no.
It's all about freeing the realness there.
but don't
You
forget-
just
don't-
decided
I'm
nah.
free realness, but you know what? I'm not going to free the
No,
realness.
because you know what?
Because I thought about
Wait,
it.
wait.
And I don't want the realness
Is
actually out.
a fetish. So are we talking about just body part? Oh, is
No,
that-
no. Anything.
Yeah, that's
is
what I'm saying.
fetish.
Fetish, not just body
You
parts.
can, yeah, you can have any fetish.
What else could it be?
Listen, I go for a certain personality.
Oh, blondes,
I-
also blondes.
No, not just
man
blondes.
said
Not just blondes. I go for a personality. Like for me,
That's
I'm
a
like,
fetish.
So your fetish is personality.
I like. Basically, there's something. Look, I'll be real. I'll be real.
That's-
I'll
For
take the
me,
jacket.
this is a wild one, yeah. But if you know me, you know me.
Listen,
yeah? If you know
I'm
me,
just
you
gonna
know
break
me,
this
yeah?
down for you,
For me,
CJ.
I'm gonna break this
You're
down.
doing a lot of stuttering right now.
Listen,
mate.
I'm about to explain it.
Spit it out.
Spit out.
There's something that I basically created about 4 or 5 years ago. It's called a sexy geek. It's
Oh,
called
you
a sexy
created
geek.
the fetish.
Yeah, for me, it's called a
Okay.
sexy geek.
Right.
It's not like I can't explain it yet, but in fact, I can explain it. It's basically when it's like understated sexiness. So it's like it could be, to be honest, it could be any demographic of person, but it's like there's a. Oh, you're
What's
laughing.
going on? What's going on? Now, rate
What's
it in, rate it all
what's
in.
going on is
Just what is your
I
fetish?
we're
think
being what's
understated.
called hoodwinked.
I think.
I'm going to free the realness. And then
I
you
feel
start
the
talking
realness.
about- What?
I feel the realness.
No, this is. I'm sorry. This
But
is
is that
bullshit.
not a fetish?
This is
If they're a
no,
geek,
it's not
He
a
was just
fetish.
about to say feet.
No.
And he went, you know what? I've created something.
Created something.
Listen, you're talking about
Right.
the secretary. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what you're
that
talking
look.
about.
yeah.
Glasses.
Is that not a fetish?
No, but I mean it is.
It
But
is,
call it
yeah.
what it is. If that's
Yeah,
the
that's
thing.
what I'm
Is that
saying.
what
Man
it
said
is?
I've created
Sexy
something.
geek. All right,
No,
fine.
you didn't create that.
Pieced it together.
Oh, man.
All right, but what's Anto? Yours is thumbs, don't it?
Thumbs.
He likes
Thumbs?
thumbs. Yeah, he likes.
No,
You
I'm
know,
a funny joke. I don't understand.
no, I'm not gonna go into detail. I'll let you explain. Thumbs.
No,
I'm not even joking.
I
Do
said thumbs.
you want to explain? Thumbs up.
I'm finished.
Listen,
You know
thumbs
what?
up.
Finish.
Thumbs up.
He's tried his best there, but I don't get that joke. You know?
Anyway, thumbs up. God.
I don't know. I don't know what mine would be. Mine would be probably like heels and like legs, like that.
Okay.
segment.
At least you being real.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shit,
yeah.
just
That,
say
like
legs
that.
and
When I
feet.
when I saw my missus,
it, man.
you get me. That's what attracted me, and I was like,
Heels and legs,
that's
Well,
yeah.
what-
what, heels and legs, yeah.
yeah.
Is that like your number one turn on?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
used to be mine, but
It used to be yours, what, legs and feet?
No, yeah, no
You told me
legs.
bare legs and feet
Legs,
stories
legs,
back in the day. I
legs.
can't talk about it now, but you told me bare
What do you
stories.
mean
but
you
I
can't
think-
talk
I
about it
think
now?
when you
This is
get
the whole
to a
point of
certain-
this podcast. We can talk about whatever.
Yeah,
That's
but
what I'm
free in the
saying.
realness.
I am free in the
Let's
realness.
go.
I'm free in the realness. So I'm saying, look, if I was single tomorrow, do you think I'm just gonna go for a girl with good legs?
No, but it's a fetish. A fetish ain't what you're gonna go for. It's
Okay,
just what
fine.
me
you
ask
like.
you
Yeah,
something.
if
Let me
a
ask you
girl's
something.
got good legs, then
Let-
great. But if they got a good butt, if they got good back, if they got good, like loads of stuff.
Let me ask you something then, right?
Go on.
As someone who's, into legs or whatever it
Yeah.
is you're into, how do
And
you
other stuff, but yeah.
Like what?
Raw, are we actually going that specific?
No.
What is
Bone,
this? Is this
bone.
biology
No,
lesson?
bone.
Is this a biology lesson or what? What's going on?
We're real though.
Legs is okay.
No, but
Like,
the thing is,
Okay,
we're
okay.
real though. Like when it came to the foot thing, like
No,
because
we're not-
I'm from the Gaza, so I already know what's all of that stuff going
No.
on. You're the first person that
No,
put that on the
he's-
radar. You're a foot don.
He's gassing the foot. He's gassing
You're
the
a foot
foot.
don. You're a foot don.
He's gassing foot, but that's
Oh, okay.
actually fake news.
No,
but
look.
legs is a thing though.
listen,
legs,
right?
yeah.
That is also feet are a thing.
Yeah.
They
Yeah, but I
are
don't-
a
no, yeah,
category
but-
on
no, but
porn
feet-
websites,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Not even allegedly. They
Yeah,
are.
of course, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Now, if you're approaching your partner or you just started dating with someone, how do you go about bringing this up into the conversation? Because even from your face, I can tell it's a
Yeah,
sticky
I
one.
think it's an uncomfortable conversation. I think I know what you mean now. I feel like if you've got a certain fetish and that partner of yours has the opposite to what you like,
Yeah.
that's an awkward
Well, like
situation.
terrible feet.
Yeah,
a lot
if
of
you
people are not into showing feet, right?
Yeah.
Or touching
not
feet,
into
or being
showing
touched
it.
by feet.
Oh shit, yeah.
So
I know
for
this.
someone
yeah, I
to
know
say
this.
you just landed upon someone who everything else clicks, and then you're like, no, get your
I'll
feet
be real.
out.
So do you know what happens? And I'm a seasoned lock it off pro. No,
You know what happens? Lock it up.
you guessed it. No. To be fair, on this one we ain't gonna say lock it off, but it is very peak because sadly, what ends up happening is that the person starts to stray because they're like, I'm not getting it. What I want
What the
at
thing?
home. so I get
Well,
the feet elsewhere.
You put the feet together. And then,
I don't know what you're talking about, bro. But I don't know what you're on
That was
about.
years ago,
I'm
bro.
talking about Donnies that are in that situation where they're like, I've got a fetish for this, but this girl's not letting me do what I like. So then
but
they
the
start
feet
to
thing
wonder.
just-
No, but I'm being real. This is an unfiltered podcast, so I'm going to be very open.
100%.
So I'm saying I know for a fact through acquaintances, guys that I know, friends in my circle, whatever, if they're not getting what they want in a certain situation, again, this is not my direct circle, this is colleagues or whatever, etc.
Friend of a friend.
Then
Allegedly.
they might start asking questions. That's it. I'm not, again, this is not immediate circles. I'm not going to get anyone.
But if it says a feet thing, can't they just tell the missus put on some socks? Or
oh my days.
if they don't like her feet?
Oh yeah, true. That could work actually.
You know
The
them
socks
ones?
are on. That's right.
You're not
You know, like
looking-
just like, you know, like them the thin socks.
Wait,
The thin socks. No, it's true though, because then you're covering the like
the thing you don't like. Innit?
technically, or tights.
no, but you're saying that this is they want to see it though.
Yeah,
That's
but
not-
you're saying she ain't got nice feet, yeah?
If she
So they
doesn't
look
have nice
other.
feet.
They
Oh
look,
no,
because you're not gonna lock it
no,
off.
I'm not saying
You're not gonna
that.
look it off.
I'm not
Oh, what
saying
are you
that.
saying?
I'm saying
she's not giving them.
yeah, she's
feet.
not giving them. Yeah, because
Feet.
it sounds like that's what he wants. He wants to
Yeah.
like be like pleasure with it, etc. It's
that
mad.
means
She's not
what
into
the-
it.
Yeah,
She's
that's what I'm
not
saying.
into
Do you not
But is
get?
that
Are
thing
you
though?
okay,
Is that a
bro?
thing though?
Yes, sir. That's
Nah,
what
nah,
that's
nah.
what he's
Think about it,
saying,
yeah, what do you do?
bro.
with
That's
Yeah.
literally
See,
the
there's
email.
levels of.
That's the
fetishes.
email. That's the email.
Oh,
There's levels
That's
of
it
it.
saying.
'Cause
Yes,
that's
sir.
He's actually saying what
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Yes, bro.
Okay,
So yeah, and she's like, you're weird.
Oh, okay, I got you. I got
Oh,
you. I
you're
got you,
so
I got you.
slow, bro.
Okay, I got you. What you're
You
saying.
just clocked.
Yeah.
I
What's
just
going
got
on?
now,
So
yeah.
I'm saying,
No, 'cause I never heard that
so,
until you told me that years
so
ago.
I'm saying that he's gonna.
He was a specialist
I'm
on
saying.
the roads. The roads. You know the road thing. You know the road. No, you
So
put the feet together. You know them thing.
I'm saying he's gonna go regretfully. I'm saying regret.
He was famous for it.
I'm saying regretfully for this girl, he's gonna start looking out. I don't know, but listen, everyone's relationship is different. They need to. Hugh, my answer is they need to have a very adult, grown-up conversation about it.
You wouldn't lock her off
Communication
though
is
for that,
key.
though.
I wouldn't
Listen,
lock her off,
people.
no.
No, she's
Communication
saying
is
she'll
key.
lock.
Yeah.
Yeah, because no, but I
'Cause
would.
he's being
But
weird.
he needs to stop being weird. That's the reality.
He's
Stop
not being weird,
He's not being
though, is
weird,
he?
though,
is he?
He's being
That's
himself.
He's not being weird.
That's the thing.
Oh, true.
Not
Yeah,
being weird, yeah.
it's like you and the thumbs.
I don't get that. Joke.
Can you explain this? What
so
are you
he,
talking about?
so I don't want to go
The
into
joke don't make
holds.
sense,
I don't want to go into
man. Do you know what?
holes.
Let's allow the joke.
You don't want to do what?
I don't want to go into graphics, but
I like girls' thumbs.
Oh, I see.
no, yeah. No, I'll let you work it out in your head. Anyway, never mind.
Oh.
Thumbs, holes, etc.
Rah.
Okay.
Anyway, all right, let's keep
you
moving.
two are.
Let's keep moving.
Oh,
Next
joke.
next
I get
question. Next question.
Like, communication is key. Once again, we worked it out, right? That's another question
Yeah.
that we just couldn't say.
Communication is everything.
This is the last one. It's from a guy. He's 18. He says, "My younger sister is 15. Last night, my parents were violently arguing, like they never have before. And I shit you not, they never argue. They've always been really close and love each other a lot. It was a fight about my grandmother." He says, "I'm not sure what exactly happened, but my mum ended up slapping my dad across the face. Their room door was closed, and my sister and I heard it loud and clear. My mum's been apologising to my dad ever since, but he refuses to speak to her. I don't know how she's ended up slapping him, what made her think it was okay to do so. I'm really not sure what's going to happen now. I don't want them to get separated, and I haven't spoken to my mum because I'm mad at her too."
Well, you lowered the tone a little bit there. You didn't
Well, it's the facts of life, mate, that
Yeah.
not everything is about
It's not
jumping
it's not-
around and
it's not a
partying.
bed of roses, is it?
This is a deep one that a lot of
Yeah.
kids will go through. You know,
Domestic violence.
it's probably massively on the rise
And
as
you know
of
what?
lockdown.
Typically, you usually hear domestic violence the other way around when a guy
Yeah.
hits a woman. But
Right.
this way round is equally as
It's
bad.
common as well.
Equally
Yeah.
as bad. And
Should it even
credit
be
to the
judged?
dad not hitting her back.
Should it even be judged any differently? Because, that, like you said, if that was the other way around, people would immediately,
Yeah.
without question, say, "Get out while you
Yeah.
can."
I think sadly, in the
What
world-
is the difference?
No, there isn't a difference. There
Isn't
isn't.
there?
No difference.
There,
It's
there
bad.
isn't. There isn't a difference in the
What-
sense
we-
of.
contextually, we don't actually know what he's done or what he hasn't
Well,
done.
okay, there isn't a difference.
Maybe
in
he
the sense of-
deserved a little slap.
in the sense of how we or how we look at that woman. There isn't a difference.
Before we
Like
go on
she
about
should
this
have done
though,
it.
before-
That's
like,
bad.
So I know where your head's
That's
at.
bad.
If your missus all slapped your faces off, yeah, when you got in, yeah, just like what, shut, bang, yeah. I want to know. No, I want to know.
Yeah.
Just so I know where your head's at.
How do you react?
Are you lot? First of all, are you not leaving? Because I know you man not. Gonna
I'm
hit,
leaving.
You man not gonna hit back. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know
I'm
you man are
leaving.
like me. You're not gonna hit back. Yeah, I know that.
I'm leaving the
Are
yard.
You, are you leaving or are you gonna go? All right, cool.
No, I'm
I'll
leaving
allow
the
you.
yard.
Are you leaving?
I'm leaving the yard.
No, you.
I own my yard. So I'm not going
Yeah, Hugh's not going anywhere. Yeah, Hugh's not going.
Yeah.
No, it's very.
But are you locking it off though? I want to know.
It's a very real.
Are you locking it off?
See,
It's
the
a real
the reason is, right,
Why?
I would never give my partner.
No, I wouldn't leave.
I'm old enough and wise enough now to never give my partner reason.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah,
So if
I was
she's
going to say
done
thank
that,
you.
There's-
Thank you.
For
thank
no
you, thank
reason.
you.
Realistically,
And you're
Thank
quick
you.
as well, though.
Thank you.
realistically,
got-
my
it's
partner's not ever going to do
It's not
that.
going to happen. Yeah, I think. Look, prevention,
When you get home
lads.
today, boom.
The reality is prevention is always the best cure. Why are you in a situation where a girl's sparking you? Like you picked the wrong
he's
one.
Done something.
Well,
He's done
they've
something.
been
No,
together
I'm not
for
talking about. I'm
a
not talking about
minimum
that. I'm
of
not
18
talking about. I'm
years.
answering Anton's question. I'm
Right,
saying, yeah.
okay.
Obviously, I'll come to that. But I'm saying, like, the reality is, let's go back to the beginning. Don't put yourself in a situation. Obviously, it can happen at any moment. I get that.
First offender.
You're saying don't put yourself in a position with your husband. What are you talking?
You know you can get. You know you can get so
No,
angry. You can get so angry
I'm
in
saying-
a relationship.
I'm saying
that
from
something
a-
could just happen.
It could be- it could
These
be
guys
over
are at home.
anything.
Yeah,
They are
I'm
at
saying-
home.
It could have started about like you didn't put
Washing
the kitchen in the
up,
oven,
yeah,
washing
yeah.
up,
Yeah.
and you could have been together 10 years.
And
I
that's-
get,
it's the
actually,
little
you know,
things.
As soon as
you
they
know
do
what?
it,
I
know,
agree.
they
I
get
agree.
regret straight
I
away.
agree.
They're
I
like,
agree.
oh, shit.
I
And it's
agree,
the
I
little
agree.
things as
I've
well that
actually
usually
boxed
I
cause
agree.
the
So
big
anyone,
arguments.
oh shit! Do you know what? Do you know what?
I've actually boxed
Do you know what? I
your
agree with that. So anyone could get boxed at any moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you lot are saying.
That's what I'm saying. Like
If
you
man did
might do something annoying. You never walk the dog, yeah, 3 days in a row, yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
you
your
know what?
missus
your
might-
missus might have had a bad day, and she just swings
So your
and
might
accidentally just licks your head off. So you then
Nah,
go think,
nah.
raw.
Unless
So
I
your
done
missus
something,
might
yeah, but
punch
bro,
your face
unless I done
tonight
something
when
mad.
you get in because you came home late.
Nah.
You're telling me.
Unless
You're
I
telling me
done,
that's a possibility.
unless I done something mad, like
No,
if I
you
didn't
lot
wash
are-
the dishes and she boxed me, I'm done.
I'm sorry. I don't agree with this point because you know why? Because I'm saying, if the shoe was on the other foot, yeah, would I punch another person, a woman? I don't think I would.
You don't think?
I know I wouldn't. I'm saying I wouldn't do that.
You're not sure. Though.
Listen,
I don't think so.
I'm saying not everyone's capable of doing it.
Of course not.
So what you
yeah,
want about
I
then?
would.
Yes,
anyway.
it's like you
No,
lot are
but
saying
George,
you lot
George, man,
you lot are
George,
saying
man. I'll
anyone
give
could
you a
do it at
scenario
any
that
moment.
I think sorry.
I wouldn't punch a
where
woman.
Where you
I
might
ain't
be
punch
like
a woman.
close to edge. I
No.
know you wouldn't, right? All right. So you come home, yeah. You come home. You've had a long day at the podcast, boss lot. You come home, and your missus in bed with the neighbour, Dave. Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna punch the missus though.
Okay,
Ever.
so
Well, you
punch
punching
missus.
Dave.
Listen. This is a deep conversation,
That's not gonna go home.
bro. Nah.
Listen.
That's not lock off the thing. Lock off the.
Anyway, let's stop
filming.
deviating from the
Wait,
point.
Dave though,
So-
would Dave get a punch?
Yeah, obviously.
Dave get-
Would he? It's not his fault.
So
though.
you're saying that you would be close.
Listen,
So
You'd be
can you,
close.
just for clarification, right? So we
yeah.
can picture the scene. You have walked in on your missus with Dave, the next door neighbour.
Yeah.
What is the course of action?
Yeah, Dave's getting like completely
Why though?
kicked to the curb.
Why though?
It's
Why?
not his fault.
It's not his fault.
No, because you're not
Dave
punching
doesn't
it.
actually
'Cause I don't
know
punch
that your
women.
Dave
missus is
doesn't know.
single.
Guys, I'm not in the business of
No, but
punching
Dave
women.
doesn't know that your missus is
But I
a
don't.
fella.
But I don't do that though. That's maybe you punch. Are you punching your missus? Is that just to
Nah, it's a
confirm?
test. You passed. You passed.
Tracks.
you
Are you
passed.
punching your missus?
No, do I do? I just
Oh.
pack my bags and walk out.
Oh, that's quite sweet. Oh,
Right.
I'm not touching
Unfortunately,
anyone.
That's
this
quite sweet.
situation is
Yeah.
like
But
slightly more
can we go
serious.
back to because
And they have been together for a minimum of 18 years,
Right,
as they
I've
are
got-
married,
I've got
and
the
the kid,
answer.
the oldest kid, is 18.
I've got the answer. Yeah, this is not a joking matter, so I don't know why Trax is making punchlines and that. No pun intended. But yeah, so listen. I think reality is like it's a cold world. Like shit is gonna happen. Though. The most important thing is he's got to understand that. I hope the parents still love each other. If they do, they will work it out. Possibly. There's not really much he can do in this situation. I feel like they're both adults. They're both gonna know it's fucking awkward and it's peak. You know, they're gonna be thinking, what do our kids think about this scenario? So it's gonna be
Yeah.
uncomfortable for everyone. But time heals situations.
And
One
we
thing-
don't know what the dad did also. Like, he could have cheated.
Yeah.
Time
He
heals.
might have deserved a slap.
He might have
I'll,
deserved
I'll,
it.
I'll say to him, my actual response is, and this applies to everything. Yeah, time does heal situations. By next week, I'm not saying it's gonna be a bed of roses, but hopefully it'll be a little bit better.
As difficult it is for a kid to realise, two people together regardless of how old they are just two people in a relationship.
Facts.
Like you will be one day, and you look at it right now as they're these,
Bro.
you know, icons, these heroes that will never fall apart. That's not real life. Real life is that people argue and things fall apart.
I mean, this isn't
right?
Notting Hill.
I remember my parents arguing. Like, I can still remember the noise. I'll go into my bedroom and just hear them like just shouting. Like, do you think, like, obviously we're all in relationships now, yeah? Like, I don't really argue with my partner like that. Was that a thing back in the day more? Do you know what I mean?
I reckon, like, I'm quite similar to that in that I don't know whether you're like this,
or because we saw that.
I'm not serious.
This is
enough
it.
To be arguing like
This is it. There's a character that's been developed because of the fiery relationships that we grew up.
Yeah, it's a
around,
different era. But in saying that, some people still love the drama. Some couples still need
Well,
the drama.
look, there's some people that think that it's not healthy to have a relationship without these arguments.
Yeah,
these
that's what I
big
was saying,
blow-ups.
But I think the reason why we're for the people is that we've all got quite calm. Well, most of us have got calm personalities. But in relationships,
no, I thought you were gonna say our missus. I don't have a conflict.
No, I know. Yeah, that's what I say. But in the relationship, to be fair, I know from what I can tell, like he's calm. Like he's never gonna get into a point where he's swinging with his missus. No. So I feel like I think it's the personality more than anything else. We're not really. We don't need. People need fire. They call it spark. Like, do you know what I mean?
One of my friends, like him and his missus never used to argue, innit? He used to say to me, bro, like, I just wanted to argue, man. Like, I just want some drama. Some guys like that.
See why?
But I can't do that.
A lot of people think that it shows that you care.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Do you feel like that? If your missus ain't really
I'll tell you what, if you have an argument and you don't react or you don't respond, I'm telling you, man, it frustrates the hell out of a woman.
But you know what? I hate the fact that some women are like that because I'm just a chilled person.
With all my exes growing up, I basically showed zero care. So they were like, Anton, are you ever serious? Because you're just a clown. You're just making jokes all the time. When I'm screaming at you, you're making a joke. And they hated that. They said, all I want is you to be serious, 3%, 4%. And I just couldn't be. But I think now I've matured a bit where I'm slightly serious.
But I think
when there's an argument, sometimes I pretend to care.
Yeah.
And just go, oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I think
because get involved, with eye contact.
I think there's something in that though. I think there's I think there's a sign of that's a sign of power. Like if you read the 50 laws of power.
Yeah, that's what
you don't react. Do you know what I mean? Like that's why. Like sadly, if you don't react, then you're like showing a certain level of. I can't be affected by this domestic.
I think Hugh said this actually on ages ago when we were filming the podcast on laptop. On Zoom when you and Ironik said you would box a man on the train if they were racist to you, and me and Hugh said we wouldn't.
Oh yeah, true.
The power, that shows that a stranger has power.
I see what you're saying.
Remember, we've established that a stranger could come up to you and Ironik on the train and just call you a dickhead or a racist term, racist slur, and you man are boxing man. Yeah. Whereas in me and you, we could be like. It's calm because we're more powerful.
Yeah, I get you.
We're more powerful, and that's why you're our sons.
You know, I'm not a violent person, but sometimes if someone's mouthy, then a good swing is alright.
So you stand by.
Just a good swing. Yeah.
Man went from. I'm a calm person.
A good swing.
A good swing is calm. But you know, I'll add something to that, by the way, because there's a key difference here, right? One is your partner, a female, right? Another is a potentially racist hooligan. Like it's not the same.
Yeah, but you just have more power if you're.
I get it, but like I said, listen, you got to do the maths. Like ultimately, sometimes you just do what you got to do.
2010, Malia, yeah, we went to Malia, yeah, and we were just chilling by the pool, yeah, and there was these girls that came up to us, were chilling with us, yeah, and these two girls went, oh, I think, and so it's the girls' fault, right? They said to me, I think Anton would drape CJ into the swimming pool. We think he's stronger than you. Oh. So they've said that on a calm. Me and CJ are jamming.
Is that actually a true story?
Yeah.
I think you twisted that a little bit.
No, it's a true story.
I think he's twisted that a little bit.
I think Anton could drape CJ.
I don't think that's what was said.
I've sat pushing up or whatever, right? I've sat there calmly. Now CJ's jumped up and gone, what? Flexed. Like that, chest out like that, with his Nike Air Dunks and his top off, and his shorts. He said, what? And because I've sat there and I'm chilling, I'm laughing. I've gone, I most probably would. Yeah. He's gone, what? Come on then. Come drape me in the pool.
Is this true?
So next thing you know, we're rolling around on the edge of the pool, rolling around, swinging for each other. And then these dons run down from the balcony to separate us. But
I've never. No, he's gassed, bro. He's like the Magnum's getting to his head. Like I've never really tried to fight Anton. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, see, as I said, it's all. No, it's not fighting. It's not fight. Like,
Oh, what is it?
what
do you call it?
Listen, like
Wrestling.
it's not even fight. It's just like it's just bickering. I've
You
never tried to
swing for
fight
me.
for
Is
you.
it physical
You
bickering?
swing through me.
Okay, we've swung, whatever. We've swung,
that's what I'm saying.
but it's never like it's
Okay,
never
I
really.
punched his
I'm
face.
never looking to jab or uppercut, man. Like
Are you-
Anthony Joshua.
do you ever-
Do you see what I mean?
No
I'm never
headshots.
looking to. I'm not,
No
I'm not
headshots.
No,
looking-
he's gone for headshots.
I'm
yeah.
never trying to KO a man. That's what
There
for
was a
me.
time-
For me, this is what I'm saying. Like Anton's not old. He's more new school in the way he thinks and he approaches. Yeah, with me, yeah. If I'm fighting a man, it's a KO. It's like I'm going in to hurt you. Like it's that, and I don't really do that. I'm not really that kind of guy.
Nowadays, especially in 2021 or 2020, where we've had all this kind of movement to push things forward, we'll switch the conversation to how you think that's impacted change, if any at all, in like your day to day, how people talk to you, treat you, how life, your business or work have approached that whole situation.
Do I feel like the tide has turned a little bit? Yes, I do. I really do. I think the reality is people have become more aware of some of the injustices in the world. But I'm a little bit cautious, a bit wary of it, because I'm like, how long is it going to last? Is it a fashion? Is it a trend to suddenly be supporting ethnic minorities and demographics because it's the right thing to do, or is it genuine? So that's how I feel.
What changes have you actually seen then?
I've seen bare changes. I've seen, listen, from corporate changes to grassroots level changes. Look at football, for example. It's like suddenly now it's like, what I'm scared of is we're going to start seeing tokenism, where it's like, all right, you know what? I don't really know much about you, but you're black, so let's give you a job. So let's say I'm the FA, or let's say I'm a football club, yeah, and I'm the director, and I'm gonna throw a random name out there, Paul Ince. I'm gonna make him manager of my club because suddenly the FA are saying we need to get more black
people,
managers.
yeah.
And I'm gonna be real with you. Paul Ince, for me, I don't think he's a great manager. I've listened to his views. Let's move away from football. But the whole point is, I don't believe in giving someone a role just because they're black. It has to be more than that.
But
I think we're heading towards that way.
So do you think that's
It's
a negative?
dangerous.
Do you think that's a negative? Because some people would say black people need more opportunities. There's more black businesses being, come forward now. Like, is it a bad thing where people are like I've had meetings where people are like, your sunglasses are doing well. You'd work sick with this company because they're looking to work with a black business now. And do you think that's a negative or?
If it turns into a calamity, right, where you're using black people or you're picking black people because of their color, and then the job that you're trying to do isn't getting delivered and it's a mess, then that's peak. Like, everyone loses. Like, suddenly you're going to be like, oh, okay, these black people can't do the job that we want.
Yeah, you have to be good at your
Yeah.
job as well.
But what you're saying about jumping on a bandwagon in terms of like marketing and stuff, like the Sainsbury's advert, that's a good example, isn't it?
I haven't seen that Sainsbury's.
So
Is
it
this
was
a
over
Christmas advert?
Yeah, where they
I
suddenly,
heard a
like,
lot about the
yeah.
kind of replies on Twitter, but I don't actually know what happened.
Yeah, it was a weird one because obviously it was like the first time I think they showed an all black family, and loads of people were going mad on Twitter. They were like, what the fuck is this? This is a UK, this is England,
Oh.
right? Show the
Yeah, it was mad.
representation.
There's no
not
black
but
families in
black
England.
family. Yeah, it was.
No,
It's
but there was
wild.
another advert of white family as well.
Yeah, but that's what. But Sainsbury's
Oh,
were
it's
clever.
Sainsbury's.
Sainsbury's were clever because they didn't roll it all out at the same time. They like sort of like released a black one first just to test the waters, and then suddenly they got loads of abuse on Twitter, and then they're like, ha ha ha, we've got more.
But
coming.
Sainsbury's knew exactly what they're doing because
Yeah.
actually, if you look at the last 10 years, any children's program, any TV show, any advert, there's always a black person, a white person, an Asian person.
There's a-
X-ray
it's a
person.
There's a
Yeah.
quota.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's always
Yeah.
one of each.
That has to
on
be
every
filled.
Look, there's always one of each.
Yeah.
So Sainsbury's thought, no, we won't go one of each.
They're not
Yeah, we'll
really-
do it.
it's-
Let's go all black. Let's
it-
do all black. Yeah, they'll love this one. Yeah, and it's traction because at the end of the day, Sainsbury's are copying the model now, which is successful. Which Daily Mail, I'd say, are the first ones to really do it,
What did
and that
Daily
is
Mail
just
do?
trolling the black community.
Oh.
Yeah,
get
and in
reaction.
turn gaining exposure and clicks on their website.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And all they need to do is go. They put a picture up of Kano and say Stormzy goes out to a club. Yeah, and they know what they're doing.
They know what
and
they're
then they
doing.
send an
It's
apology. Oh, sorry, we thought that was Stormzy. We've corrected it.
Do you think that's right?
We apologise.
Do you think
But
that's
everyone's
right,
clicks now.
No,
Everyone's
do you
clicks.
think that's
more
right?
worse than clicking, right? People are quote tweeting,
Talking about it.
Yeah.
advertising, doing the free
That's
promo.
what they want,
like,
yeah.
it's
But what do you-
just-
what
Do you get it? You
People-
get it, right?
This is why, if you don't like a news organisation or an account or a voice, like I don't know, what's her name, Katie Hopkins.
Oh yeah.
You don't retweet or talk about. Yeah, you
Yeah.
block and silence.
Yes. thank
It's
you.
quite
Yeah,
simple.
because people like that want the retweets.
Right.
They're
Yeah.
like if you retweet it and say you're a dickhead, she's like, oh, another retweet.
Yeah. she
Another
loves it.
They thrive
retweet.
with it. Yeah, but is that right though? Is that just good marketing then?
That's the world now.
It's
just
the
good
world.
marketing?
Everyone's
It-
clout.
to be
chasing.
fair,
What to
it's
troll?
safe-
So
it's safe.
wait. So you're saying troll the black community?
Yeah.
And let's just keep getting
Not
W's.
just the black community, but just trolling in general. It's for corporations like Daily Mail. It's something they'll always do and it'll work out because Daily Mail is a company, not a person. So Daily Mail won't get boxed on the street when they're walking around. Who's Daily Mail?
Yeah.
Whereas if someone like Kate Hopkins does it, or they're actually in danger. It's a risky one.
You
Like,
know, they do this on Love Island, right?
I know what you mean because
Yeah.
if CJ was in Love Island, they would bring in a black girl
for him.
because
Yeah.
they would think, "Yep, CJ needs a black girl."
Right.
What they
Yeah.
don't know is that
Do they
he
do
loves
that, though?
blondies.
I don't.
They
That's not true. By the way,
blondies.
I'm not a massive Love Island
No,
fan.
they do that.
They do
But they
that,
do,
yeah.
no,
They
because
do
all
that.
right. Let me give you an example.
They would
yeah.
assume that you.
No,
just
this
want
is
to
where again you're fabricating
Okay, go
things. You're fabricating.
Okay.
With these shows, you know from experience, surely they are asking you preferences.
Yeah, that's what they did. They just put one in for me because they said, "What's your preference?"
Oh,
I
you
said-
got
I said
air on
Kim
that,
I
didn't
said
you?
Kim Kardashian, and then they brought in a girl that is in that market.
On what? Big
That
Brother?
was-
Yeah,
For real?
yeah.
That was
Who
so.
was the girl?
I'll be real.
blatantly for me.
Who was the girl?
Listen, can I tell you
Oh,
one
so
story?
They tried to bring her in.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you would
yeah.
react.
When I went in there,
But
she
you
said
knew
it
her.
to me. She
You-
was like, "Mixed race is my type."
But you
And
knew
I was
her,
like,
innit?
okay, bless.
I'll be real.
So did you lot? You
It's
didn't.
it's
we
one.
just became
It's
friends.
a it's
She
a
got a big
sensitive
club
subject.
before
But in the house,
it's a
you
sensitive.
didn't.
No, we just
I
became
wrote it.
friends.
It's a sensitive topic. It's one of the things that I still laugh at to this day. Like, obviously, before he went into the house, like he was a little bit gassed. He was like, "Look, I'm until I get any girl. Like before I go on Big Brother, watch how I'm gonna clean up."
What, in the house?
Yeah, when I go on, like he's like, "I'm gonna clean up."
Would you have done something
Bro,
on TV?
bro,
Would you
bro,
have done-
My mum's
Bro.
watching.
Yeah,
But
that's peak.
I'll be the sad reality
No, my mum's
was
watching.
like he didn't perform.
Oh,
He
he's
didn't-
letting the lads down.
yeah, that's the best way to describe it. Like we were all on the
I
outside, be
didn't try
like,
anything. Though,
he
bro.
didn't-
I didn't try anything. I didn't try anything.
Prancing
let the
around in
lads-
an orange condom. is all I saw.
no, we're not talking about sex. I'm not
It
even talking about.
wasn't Geordie Shore.
I'm not even talking
It
about.
wasn't
We're not talking
Geordie
about.
Shore.
We're not talking about like sex. Like just like
You just
female,
didn't do nothing.
like
No, I
yeah.
just wanted to be a clown though. I just wanted
No,
to be a
you got
joker.
along
He was
with
very well
one girl,
behaved.
innit?
I got along with all the girls.
No,
They
the-
got
no
along
girl
with y'all.
nominated me for
Friendship
weeks.
zone.
Yeah,
Friendship zone.
friend zone.
Friend
No
zone.
girl
Yeah.
nominated me for weeks.
Man said friend
He
zone.
got friend
Did they
zone.
bring you into that show they do where you
The
have
side-
the
They
family
asked me.
sit down?
Yeah, they
and-
asked me
It's
to
like
help.
outside.
They asked me to help. They said, "What girl will like Anton? Like,
Right.
what can you help us pick the right girl
What did
because
you
he's
say?
got nothing." I said,
He's starving.
I said, look, listen, I don't know what. I think he's just being well behaved on the show because his mum's watching. So, and they said, fine, cool.
Bro,
I was
they
think-
brought you on for you to do a mazza and you didn't.
They did,
perform.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. He didn't do
I won't lie,
anything.
I won't lie. They
He didn't do anything,
They
yeah.
100% put me on as like the player.
He was,
100%.
yeah, he did,
Because,
and he got no girls. Imagine bringing on a player and they get nothing. It's mad, bro. It's mad. Then like the producers are tearing their hair out. Like, what's going on here? This is mad.
Like I said,
But if
Like,
you
I
had a
had-
love
I had-
story,
I had-
you could have stayed in longer if you
I
had
had
a love
opportunities, but
God,
it wasn't.
bro, you had no
Alright, let me ask
opportunities, bro.
this
You
though.
got
Why didn't
air,
you
bro.
play the
You got
game,
air.
though?
That's about it for this time, people. Thank you so much for tuning in and showing your support. If you are new around here, make sure you subscribe to the channel or follow us on your favourite podcast platform. We're available on all of them. As a thank you for getting involved, we're going to be giving away a £50 Amazon gift card each and every Sunday when the new episode drops. Congratulations to our first winner, who should be on your screen right now. If you are new, you can get involved in next week's competition by following us on Instagram. It's that simple. For now though, we have been For the People.